Hi, this is Sarah from Color Analysis, and I'm excited to share another in-person analysis that I had done. This video is on my sister-in-law, and she has her natural hair color, so another treat to have someone with their natural hair color that we don't have to use a headscarf on. Please stay tuned until the end when we go into some of the new palettes that I have extended the range of palettes that I work with, and a little bit of an explanation on those. Just a brief one. Historical photos. Here are some historical pictures of Kate, so you can see her hair has always been dark, and in the last picture you can see her natural hair color at the roots. Step 1. So it just doesn't do that much for you, like it kind of takes the focus away from your face, where with the pink, I see you again. It's not like, you know, the thing about the green is though it's going to pick up something in your eyes, so you can always wear your eye color. But your skin... But I like the blue. Yeah, your skin glows in the blue. Yeah. Now this is a cool... Yeah, that's the winter purple, yeah, that's amazing. And this is still good because it's purple, so it makes your skin stand out more, whereas like here, your features stand out more. It's a cool flag, so this is just like for demonstration. Let's look at individual colors. And this is the warm flag. And some of these colors are nice because they pick up your eyes, but your skin here, like you get this jewel-like shine. Yeah. So gold. But that picks up your eyes a little bit, so you can still do it, which is nice because then you have more range. Yeah. I'm a silver girl though. Yeah, but you shine more. You're right. Still shining from here. So my training and experience, you have a cool undertone. Step 2. Yeah, so this summer one doesn't look strong enough for you. But we'll look at some of the individual colors too. So winter colors are clear colors, and they're shades, and then there's also tints in the winter palette, so it's mixed with black or white, but summer colors are mixed with gray or white.
I don't think that color's that is
No, it's not.
bad.
It's not. I think it picks up your lip color, so I still think that you have like some range, because you can always wear the colors that are in you naturally. So like if it's your lip color, if it's your eye color, your hair color. Yeah. So this is a little bit more depth to it. This one has a tiny touch of black in it, so it just has a little bit more depth to it. Green in the summer is a little bit. It's more of like a teal almost. Look in the mirror too. Yeah, it's just a little dull for you. Yeah. Just a little dull for you. Like you can handle this. Yeah. Even though this one is cooler, that still it's richer, more saturated. It's really good.
Who doesn't love black?
I know, you're a lucky girl. So there's still ice grays in winter, but this one is a little bit softer.
Yeah, the black's better.
Yeah, the black's. Yeah, the black. Do you have any colors like this?
I do, actually. Not shiny, or velvety, but...
Yeah, it's good. It could also be like a lip color, too.
Is this winter, or...?
Winter's on the bottom.
Okay.
So it's just a richer version of it, but it's still good because picks up kind of your lips a little bit.
Yeah.
This has a little bit more depth to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're both good, but this one's just a little bit better. Here's a winter purple. And it's really nice. Yeah, and this is too soft for you. Like, it doesn't support you like this. You see in the mirror.
Yeah, I see the difference.
Yeah. So in my training and experience, your home season is winter.
So then we looked at summer versus winter. My sister-in-law, she needed the clarity of winter. So the summer colors just weren't strong enough, especially because she has this contrast between her dark hair and her fair skin.
Step 3. Next, we're going to look at the flows of winter.
This is the winter palette. This is the bright palette, which is the palette between winter and spring. We'll look at some individual colors too.
And I like the winter stuff better. The
Yeah.
darker.
Yeah. We'll look at the individual ones too though. So this is winter blue, and then this is going to be, this is the bright glow blue. So it's more neutral.
Mm-hmm. It's still
Yeah,
better.
It's definitely better, yeah.
Yeah.
So your depth and richness in this.
It's too dull.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need the black in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. Really bright, you know.
Mhm.
It's like even brighter. There's a winter yellow that's actually even like more normal. It's like a,
Yeah, I have a yellow
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
and it looks
good.
good.
This
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
look bad.
But yeah, it's,
think it's-
it has like a neon almost.
It's in yeah. And then here is the cool flag. So it's the palette between summer and winter.
I think it's okay, but I still like the.
Yeah, it's okay. It's the right temperature, but then it's like you're gonna lose some intensity, and like we really were straight about liking your clarity in
Mhm.
winter versus the summer. So the cool palette between summer and winter, and it has a little bit of gray in it. It's a little bit lighter too. So I think you can't go wrong with purples, really.
Mm-hmm.
Just like which is your best purple?
I would still like this
yeah,
one better.
that one, yeah. So
Mhm.
like the more saturated or with little.
Yeah, I mean that's okay, but the
Exactly.
black is.
It's like the black's like a wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still good and still in your palette really to wear. It's just that you can
Yeah.
do higher intensity.
Yeah, they're
It's
really close.
Like, why is it
You can see though that this is, you
a little
know,
brighter.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a little bit gray. Yeah. It's very slight.
I can wear all those like royal colors, like
Yeah, the jewel.
Jewel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell Rick so he can buy me, you know, diamonds and emeralds and rubies.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is the deep palette, so it is a palette between winter and autumn. So you're still gonna have depth to you because it's kind of like you can see it in the mirror a little bit. You lose your shine a little bit here because it kind of makes you go a tiny bit. It's more neutral, so a tiny bit more yellow. Like it's just so slight.
I like that one
Yeah.
better.
Testers between autumn and winter, so it's more of a neutral palette. Although I do like the shine too.
It's still better.
Yeah, it's still better. Yeah, it's a little bit softer, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It almost makes you lose a little shine in your hair
Mm-hmm.
because it's not black enough, so it's stealing from your hair a little bit. Here's the brown, but you should still be able to wear browns, you know, when you want to. You might not want to, but it's your eye color. Cool. It has a little bit of brown.
It's okay, but it's very muted.
Yeah, it's not wow for
Mhm.
you. Yeah.
Like I like
and
that
that's
better.
wow.
Yeah.
Especially when you can do black, why not? Like,
That's okay, but
that's
better.
Why do that when you can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
This clip should have been with the summer versus winter, but I forgot to move it, so I would have had to do about 70 minutes of editing to move it, but I didn't want to cut it, so here you go.
There's the winter. Yeah, I like this one better.
Same.
Like if you're gonna get a dress, get this one.
Mm-hmm. I'd probably never get a dress that color, but.
Maybe for New Year's. Oh yeah, I think I already picked the theme for New Year's.
Oh yeah, what?
It's aliens or animals.
I hate aliens.
You hate aliens?
Mm-hmm.
Then you could be an animal.
I have an irrational fear of aliens.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not into it.
For real?
I believe that, but
Yeah.
I-
I know. That's why I don't blame you. Maybe we should be more scared.
Step Step 4, optional.
In my training experience, you are a true winter. But so true winters are made of bright, deep, and cool. So we're going to test to see if you are under the umbrella of true winter, but more concentrated in like higher in two of the dimensions of the three. So like it could be like the third one's still important enough for you to make you a true winter, but your best colors may be a little bit different than the square. But you can always still use the true winter colors. We looked at the sub palettes for winter. So we looked at the winter flows, and the cool just was a little bit weak for her. She can just do more strength of color than the cool, and the bright made her go a little sallow, but it really was a good contender. I would say, like, even that yellow, like, you don't always see a winter being able to wear to kind of handle that yellow. I mean, that was a little bit neon for her. It still did show that she does well in clarity. So she does well in clarity. And for the deep, the deep was just a little too shaded for her, and it wasn't bad because of her hair color, but it wasn't amazing like some of the other colors in winter were. Once it was determined that none of the flows of winter were better for her than true winter, I looked at some of my new precision dimension palettes. So this is something that I've been working on, where it takes into account the person's specific dimensions within the true season. So for example, a winter is made of deep, cool, and bright. So what happens if that person is roughly equal enough to test as a true winter, but there's one dimension that might just be a little bit less important. So we tested the Nova palette, which is bright and deep. We tested the Glacier winter palette, which is bright and cool. And we also tested the Twilight winter palette, which is deep and cool. So almost all of the colors will fall under the umbrella. So all these sub palettes, most of the colors are going to fall under the umbrella of true winter. So I'm still going to be giving the person, if they test into this, I'm still giving them the original reference. So, for an in-person client, they would get a color strip and of the true season regardless. It's just it would just mean I potentially would give a PDF to try to help with like where to focus on within the palette, and then depending on if I saw a need, I might add another color or something.
Nova Winter is the first of the True Winter sub-palettes we are going to look at, and just a reminder that these colors are going to fall under the umbrella of True Winter. First, we look at the Nova Winter palette, which is an emphasis on bright and deep and less of an emphasis on cool. So really this palette is between cool and neutral cool, but not closer to fully neutral than it is to fully cool.
Yeah, I like yours better. I like the winter one better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Winter black. And soft black. So this is actually the type of black I can wear.
Okay.
My roots are kind of like off black, but they're not like yours. So this makes your hair go a little duller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or that's better because it brings out the depth of your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's also kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference.
Yeah, that so when you're buying black fabrics, you'll probably like ones that are
More of that.
rich.
Yeah.
At least winners look good and shiny. Like for makeup recommendations, or like shiny, dewy, But then you can do matte, so. Okay. So this is just.
It's too dull.
Yeah.
What is causing the lack of brightness is that because it's more neutral, it is a little sallowing, but then also it doesn't have the shine that the green drapes has. So we're ruling Nova out.
This palette is Glacier Winter, so it has an emphasis on cool and bright, lacking the depth. having less of an emphasis on the depth.
I like them both.
I like them both too. Yeah. It's really good.
Mhm. I never wear like blues.
Really? It's like a winter staple.
Yeah.
This is like a little. Yeah.
That blue and green, I do like both of them.
Yeah. And close?
And lastly, we look at Twilight Winter, which is an emphasis on bright and cool and less of an emphasis on deep.
It is. Yeah, either one of them are good, I think. I like that.
It is nice.
They're very close though.
They're really close. Yeah, the navy lacks some brightness, a lacks some saturation.
My sister-in-law, it was really close between a couple of them because, again, it's all under the umbrella of True Winter. She does really well with the brightness. So the brightness is more important for her than the depth is. So she does well in shades. She does well in shades. I've seen Winters do worse in shades, honestly. She does well in shades, but the bright and cool palette is different than the bright winter palette, because the bright winter palette is bright and neutral cool, but she's cool. So she's closer to fully cool than she would be to fully neutral, so she wouldn't test as a bright winter in the system that I use. So, but she can do the yellow really well, and she really needs the clarity and then some contrast. So she does the blues really well, but then she also could do that green, that cool green very well. Going into it a little more, the point of these sub palettes is that sometimes people might walk away with a result, and there's this range of colors and even more range of colors beyond the color strip or the PDF palette of colors that I give as well. And they might not know where to focus on. So that's why it just kind of helps, especially if someone is a winter and they do really well in the bright cool colors, maybe if I define that for them, it might help after the fact. So the reason why I believe it can be helpful to define this a little bit further is because, so say someone has they're just slightly stronger in two of the dimensions than the third dimension, then when they, have the result for the color analysis from me, it kind of helps give some more personalized recommendation. So, for a bright and cool emphasized winter, I might not be telling them to be using something like a garnet red, where there's black in that red lipstick or something, that might be a little bit too heavy for them. Sure, they can do it because they're a true winter, but their absolute best might be somewhere else in the palette. So the point is to really just help the person after the analysis if this situation arises, because the true seasons are very broad as far as because it's harder to test out of the true season than it is to be a flow. So they really do encompass a lot, which I think is good, because at the end of the day, the person can still use that home season. They can still use that color strip. And there's some people that are going to be, right in the center. So they don't need that precision dimension. I've added as a layer to assess. And then also because I make my recommendations for makeup, with this in mind. So for my PDFs, which it's not it's a crazy difference. And then some of the color strips too, might look very similar. My spring color strip looks very light and warm. It doesn't have a lot of brightness, but that's fine for most, for true springs that have either less brightness or they're equal enough. But then for someone that's heavier in light and bright, that might be a little bit challenging. Because you might need a little bit more punch. So going into the analysis with my sister-in-law,
I've already analyzed her more than once, before training, after training, another time. And I really felt going into this filming and this analysis and the checks on the other, that I would just say that, oh, she's a center of the road true winter. And I do think that I'm going to give her the Glacier palette in addition, because she really does, pop with the clear and cool colors. And the shades are, she's going to still have that winter home season as her main, has her default palette, but now she can walk away with how to focus on, because you only get so much time with people, or even if you have a lot of time to explain something, like, you don't always retain it when you're taking it in an analysis, or if it's a virtual client, sometimes I can get a little wordy. So it helps with simplifying, where to focus on, but still know that you can use the whole palette. I'm excited, and there are 2 rogue palettes that are not something that aligned with my training, and that is a Crystal Cool palette, which is light, bright, and cool, and a Vibrant Warm palette, which is deep, warm, and bright. So I did go a little rogue in 2 palettes. I just felt like there was a need for that, and I will make more videos about this, and calling it precision dimension color analysis, but I do want to say that I still am using the base of the International Image Institute system, because really, in my training, I was told that you can break it down as far as you would like to, so I decided to do that, because of the questions from clients, or the questions that weren't even asked to me that potentially could happen. So, for example, like, my mom and I are both true springs, but we're on different sides of the palette, and we suit different makeup. And my friend Jen and I, who I had filmed in a video, true spring, and suits different makeup than I do, because she's heavier in light and warm than I am in warm. So I'm excited to share more about this palette. If you are interested, then please, subscribe, or, help engage, so that to support my channel to this. I do also want to say that I have been revisiting a system that I had done some preliminary training with before I ever joined International Image Institute, and I had revisited the books more recently and have been talking to that founder, and she is very brilliant, and her system is completely different than the system that I practice, but I still feel like on a broader dimension scale I can learn a lot from her. So I do recommend, if anyone who is interested in color analysis, look into some of her books. Her name is Irene Reiter. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, she has some really in-depth books that I have appreciated. I've also had a body analysis from her, and that was spot on for what my self-analysis was for the body analysis part. But her parameters are different, so I'm not a spring in her system. So anyway, but I still really respect her work, and and some of the concepts that I talk about have influence from being exposed to more than one system. So when I talk about, you can always wear your hair color, as far as like bottoms or accessories, not necessarily like wear it next to your face, you can always wear your eye color. That's more of a theory I've heard from a different system. Not that I'm not, I don't know where the stance is elsewhere, which makes sense. So like a dark haired, like, when I'm applying both the theory to my other training, like a dark haired true spring can wear dark haired pant, or, a dark haired true spring could wear, might feel more supported by wearing, darker pants that might be beyond a warm dark brown. So my natural hair color is more of a neutral dark brown, and you can kind of see it down here. This is the best example of it. So, because this is the only part that hasn't been dyed at all. No, this is warm. This is dyed. Definitely dyed. It's like... Anyway, so I'm going to make a whole video about myself, but about my real dimensions, because I think it's confusing people that I have lighter hair when I really don't. I'm trying to grow my hair out, but it's taking forever. So, but for me, like, I feel more supported when I have dark pants on with like a warmer shirt or a warm version of a cool color than I would with khakis or camel colored pants, because I could feel, especially when my hair grows out, I would feel like a little bit off balance. She has some really good stuff on outfit building, good for people that like deep diving. I've just had some really inspiring conversations with her. But if you are someone who likes to really like get into the details and into the weeds, then you may also appreciate her books. So I bought a number of ebooks at this point, and I want to get a paper copy as well, but the hard copy is on Amazon. Not sponsored in any way, by the way, which might be a surprise to you since I have 95 subscribers. 94, I lost one. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to summarize now. Okay, so my sister-in-law is a winter. She's a true winter. I have created sub-palettes for true seasons that may be heavier in 2 out of 3 of the dimensions. So they might be stronger in 2 out of 3 dimensions, but the third one matters enough that they're still a true season. So for her, she is a true winter, but she is also, her sub-palette would be glacier winter. Not everyone's going to have a sub-palette. It's just that I would put that her bright and cool, it's a little bit more important for her than the depth is. So she does need depth, but like she can wear a bright yellow. Like she can wear the cool lemon yellow, and that might be too much for some winters that are true winters that have a little bit less of the brightness emphasis percentage. So I'm not going all the way into the weeds with this yet, but please like and subscribe and share so that I can help people that might help make some sense to people that have gotten results and like just had questions and in other systems or wherever. I mean, if you are one of my clients, of course, like if you're one of my clients, I want you to reach out to me with questions. But I did say that, like, if I have given anyone a true season result and they want to be reanalyzed in this season even for my in-person clients, I would say that I will do a virtual reanalysis on the true season versus the sub-palettes if requested. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.